The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line.
Come on, 180.
Check pass, check pass. Shoot.
Now the third leading rusher in the NFL last year, Todd Gurley. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down. So many questions about Todd Gurley in the offseason. How good is the knee? I mean, remember, he had a heavy workload the last couple years, nearly 4,000 yards from scrimmage, 40 total touchdowns, but just 4 carries in the NFC Championship game, 10 in the Super Bowl. So we'll see what kind of usage he gets this season. They run out of the shotgun with Gurley. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Here's Goff. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
The Bears in good field position to start out, 1st and 10 at the 40.
Shit. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. Check nickel.
And an alley to run. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That good for 22 and a 1st down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's a run on 1st down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard, 2nd and 11. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Now the Auburn product, Corey Grant, had a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
The Rams calling on their nickel set here defensively for 3rd down. Play action. Now Trubisky. And Robinson with a big catch. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams 18.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard.
Watch the safety creep. Kill.
Hey, ball. Hey, 18. Choke.
Trubisky. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Trey Burton, the one he was looking for. And it's 3rd and short.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points. They're by the wayside on that one.
The screen pass here to Cohen. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Tariq Cohen, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. On for the extra point, Giorgio Tavecchio. And he's got it to make it 7-0 in favor of the Bears. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, got the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
On first down, it's Gurley. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Really good stop there by the end in this 4-3 defense.
Yeah, not just pass rushers anymore, are they? Those guys can use their hands, control the point of attack, shed those blockers, and go get those ball carriers.
Throwing on 2nd down. Goff. And Woods has it complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Woods coming off by far the best year of his career. 86 catches, over 1,200 yards. Now he's hoping to build on that. But, boy, he was a key cog in the wheel that took them to the Super Bowl last season.
Black 20. Ric Flair.
Gone. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Ha-ha, Clinton Dix making the safety blitz look easy. Zooms in for the sack. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Here's Johnny Hacker now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And now a high kick trying to pin him back. And no return here. This one's going inside the 15 to the 12-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. 14 yards into Chicago, first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
You must be getting tired.
18.
They go play action here on first down. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowler, Jalen Ramsey. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
11.
After the interception, here's Goff. And he'll find his target. Woods, it's complete. And they got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A gain of 32 that time.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield to the 40 now for first and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The inside linebacker, Danny Trevathan, gets the sack.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. And he's going to go down again. Khalil Mack, what a season he continues to have, his 15th sack of the campaign.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. He's going to air it out deep for Woods. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will pin him back deep. That's going to kick out of bounds right at about the 7-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
He's coming.
Ran, come. Alert.
Off the play fake, here's Trubisky. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. 14 yards into Chicago, first down.
A gain of 14. First down.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you make curl a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Give him 4 yards on the play, and that will lead us into the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. To throw on 2nd and 6, Trubisky, deep ball for Goodwin. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Nickel Roby-Coleman.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. On second down at 4, Goff. And he's got the hook up here. It's Woods. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Goff. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
I don't know about you, but I wanted to reach out of the booth and snatch that pass myself. That thing floated forever up there. I think that threw off the timing of the receiver. That's why he couldn't get his feet down even though he caught the ball.
You know, Charles, I would have liked to have seen that.
Yeah, me too.
For you. I wanted to see you reach out and catch that.
Yeah, you've heard about my hands, huh?
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
There we go. 37's the mark.
Super.
Heavy on the edges.
Go.
There we go. 37.
Throwing again is gone. And able to find Higbee. It's complete. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
1st and 10.
To the air again. Goff. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll make this a 2nd and long.
Shot. 180.
Push him back.
Goff throwing again. And he's got this one complete to Callaway. They'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him? Either fellow receivers or offensive linemen. That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Now Goff. And that one's complete to Gurley. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Quickly from Goff to Kupp. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Now it's Goff off the bootleg, sliding out of the pocket. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
Obama.
Again, Goff. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Khalil Mack. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Woods, the intended receiver. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play, that's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Check, check. Hey,
Bravo.
watch QB drop. Watch QB drop.
Now Trubisky to throw. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by John Johnson. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
2nd and 12 at the 45-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Squeeze, double.
Back to throw. Goff. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Marching in for the sack, Matthew Judon.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long.
Orange.
We're going 37's the mic.
Hey, orbit.
You don't want none. Hey.
Out of the gun, Goff. A deep ball for Gurley. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Another drive comes and goes, still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
Yeah, that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe make it a 2-score game as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen, and they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. They go play action with Trubisky. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. John Johnson with the INT. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Goff now looking to throw. That's complete to his tight end Higbee. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
From the gun, here's Goff. He gets it to Gurley, complete. I call it no gain there on the 1st down play.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained. So they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Todd Gurley with touchdown number 7 on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Oh, and this is blocked. The Bears pick it up. But he will not be able to bring this one back, and the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
As you tell me all the time, Brandon, mark that play down. That should be a tied game. Instead, a great job by the guys blocking it. And, boy, they've got to have a great lift going off the field.
And the further it happens in the game, and here in the second half, it just gets more magnified.
The Bears let go. Their own 22-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. A little bit of space there for the 1st down run, as that's going to get them about 5 yards. Up from the secondary to make the tackle, Jalen Ramsey.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down.
Here we go. Slam, slam, slam. Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog.
Alert, 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 alert.
Play action. It's Trubisky. And now here is another interception. It's David Long, the rookie from Michigan, who picked it. And he will score. Touchdown, LA. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism, because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
Oh, I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. Now Zerline on to add the extra point. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. And this fake extra point attempt failed big time. Not only did they not get it, they went backwards. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one, as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. On 2nd and 11 now. Trubisky. Open man is Trey Burton. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down. Trubisky now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Trubisky. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. They go play action. Trubisky. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Mikel Roby-Coleman. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Roquan Smith, fresh off a solid rookie campaign, in on the tackle for Chicago. Again they run with Gurley. And he gets it down to the 32. That one a first down pickup of 8.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another 1st and 10. Goff. And his throw intercepted by the all-pro corner Kyle Fuller. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
A gain there of 12 yards and a first. Down for the Bears.
A gain of 12. And the Bears first down.
Trubisky now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10.
You better be afraid of me.
Watch twins. Watch twins.
Here's Trubisky to throw. The screen pass here to Cohen. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Now it's Trubisky. And he completes it to Cohen. It's a gain of 5. And just like that, it's 3rd down. Trubisky now, the throw on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
12 yards on the return that time. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10.
At their own 29-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Check safety. Check safety.
Hey, Shell.
No.
From the gun on 3rd down. Goff. And got him, man. It's Woods. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A. Goff now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. And he'll find his target. Woods, it's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for L.A. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 38. Goff now to throw. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Antonio Callaway, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Goff going to hand it to Gurley. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Goff now looks to throw. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And this was still going to be a one-score game either way, but still, that's a potentially harmful miss here in the 4th.
It certainly is, because if you consider that now if they give up a touchdown, they give up the lead. So he might be getting the side eye by the defenders coming out on the field now as he goes back to the bench after that miss.
They begin the drive on the ground with Cohen. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But the bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handling.
That's caught inside the 20. And he will finally be taken out of bounds. It's a big-time play there for the Bears. 45 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, here's Trubisky on 1st down. That is caught by Cohen. A great move in there, but it only takes him to the 7. He's dropped there. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it a 2nd down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire.
Check 3.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Trubisky, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Samson Abuka in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. After that sack we just saw, Trubisky and the Bears deal with a 3rd and long.
Check. Lucky. Man, he's checking. Back. Hey, Charlie. Check 37. 41's the mic.
Here's Trubisky. And that will be incomplete. So this defense, they looked a little shaky to start the drive, but bottom line, they're a play away from finishing it off.
They rocked them a little bit on this drive, didn't they? But as you and I both know, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. They have a chance to end it right here.
And down by 5, they've got to go for it here on 4th down.
I'm going back to you. Hey, ball. 41 Mike.
They'll They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And he's got some space here. And all the way down to the 42. A big run there by Gurley. 41 yards on the ground. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now it's Gurley. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Goff now to throw. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 22-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Samson Abukum in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. So the L.A. Rams with a victory here. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the first quarter, but second, third, and fourth quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you're going to win a lot of games in this league. And this felt a lot like, almost like if you say baseball, and the pitcher goes through the lineup the first time, and the hitters get to see him, and then they come out after that, and the bats start blazing, right? I think they saw their best stuff in the first quarter and just shut everything down from that point on. What a great, convincing performance.